What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. So when we do these live chats, you can take part right along with us. So we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. George Zaharoff, joining us here in just a little bit. Going to kind of talk about the reception that Seraphim Blue has been getting. I've been seeing a lot of great things from people. I know he has as well. Everybody's been, getting their bottles over the last several days, and open the floor up to some questions for him. Obviously, you don't have to super chat anything, but if you want to make sure it doesn't get missed, doesn't get skipped, something you really would like George and I to maybe discuss, or me to maybe moderate in between your question, the audience, and George's open discussion about it, you can always super chat. And because it does stand out, it'll get it pinned and it'll get it addressed. They actually have a separate highlight spot for those things. Obviously, again, it's not only super chats that are going to get pinned and answered and so on, but we'll do that throughout. We'll just kind of catch up early on. George, like I said, George will be joining us in a little bit. Sin of the day. Turns out not even on Aroma Concepts yet. Aroma Concepts sent me a package and it has the new Rifaka Adorn. I started spraying it last night. I'm wearing it today. It is tuxedo, but it is extremely cedar heavy tuxedo. There's woody notes, there's coriander, as well as cedar. And the cedar stands out. It's a strong, sharp, kind of warm wood. It's a dense, woody, like it's clear as day tuxedo. It's got that ambery, vanilla, slightly peppered, patchouli kind of smell going on. It smells like tuxedo. Solid quality here. I wouldn't call it niche. I wouldn't call it on tuxedo's level, but it doesn't smell like a $30 fragrance either. But the woody note, that's the twist. There's a strong twist. This is way more woodsy than tuxedo is. I really like this. Oh, man, did they do a good job with this. Seems to be pretty stout so far. I have 5 sprays on. It's got a crazy atomizer. Some people are going to love this one. This is going to be a hype beast for them. I can almost guarantee that. There's going to be a lot of people talking about this one when it comes around. I'm probably going to do a full review tomorrow. Seems to be very long lasting without being an obnoxious beast, but strong. Strong and stout, but not overwhelming. So that's what we're rocking today. Been spraying since yesterday. Of course, the last couple of nights I've been, wearing Old Faithful, the topic of discussion here. I just wear it randomly. It was featured in today's video for the definitive all budget summer fragrance list for 2024, because we've got stuff that are as cheap as $25-30 all the way up to $200 fragrances. It's a, all around budget, something for everybody. Check that video out if you haven't yet. We got 15 great picks in that video. And let's get caught up on the chat. We'll bring George in around the 10-minute mark like we normally do. So I see we got 106 people already in the first 3 minutes. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on your way in. It definitely does help. Ryan, good to see you, sir. Wearing Ultra Red from Paco Rabanne. Keith says, received my bottle of Seraphim Blue yesterday. Not what I was expecting, but I all caps love it. Might choke some people out with it at the office today. Also saw Seraphim Red. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me about Seraphim Red, that's for sure. The Bishop says the G-Man returns. Good, because we need to have a talk about this blue bomb he done dropped. And also after this, we'll try to wrap it at about an hour, because Dedrick and Justin are going live on Dedrick's channel. I did talk to Dedrick and Justin today. So I'm going to try to do that. So you guys, if you want to enjoy both streams fully and don't feel like you got to go pick one or the other or have multiple windows open, we're going to try to wrap it around 6 o'clock Central when they're going live. So we'll keep it kind of short and sweet around the 1 hour mark, and you guys can enjoy both of these, what I think will be great streams anyways. AJ said, looking forward to this one. Ordered a sample of Seraphim Blue. I don't jive well when it comes to eucalyptus, even at small amounts. Scent of the day, signature citrine. Yeah, if eucalyptus can be iffy for people, and that's where the main people I encourage definitely sampling first, because you never know. Ryan says, my Making Sense order arrived. On the way home, check them out. My Scent Split order arriving today as well. Grim G, rocking Seraphim Blue to bike night here in a few. Just wanted to try to catch some of the live before I head out. Smooth Operators wearing Raja Oligarch that he won from the Nigerian Giant. Scent of the night, Seraphim Blue. It's amazing and worth the hype. E says Seraphim Blue's fire. Hello all. Mansera Sicily for Juju. John Carlos wearing Korloff in white intense. Makes me think of a mixed vibe of Invictus Aqua, Megamare, and Ganymede. Ooh, that's an interesting combo. And it's a beast. Order a sample of Seraphim Blue today. Donald said, rocking Seraphim Blue. So a lot of people wearing Seraphim Blue today. I kind of expected that. Got it in the mail about 20 minutes ago. This is a straight up gem. Mr. M.A. Styles wearing Frag Heads Asylum from FOMO Parfums. Good to see you, Scott. Roy says, too late in the night for him. Very excited to hear from George again. Send him my very best wishes and tell him we all love seeing all of his success and look forward to Seraphim Red. But trust me, he can hear you. He can definitely hear you. I can assure you that. Carolina Herrera, bad boy EDT, and a lot of it today for Roy. Will is wearing, let's see, check the status on Seraphim Blue. Now UPS saying it's delayed and supposed to be here tomorrow. Sorry to hear that. You smell great, though, with Lamari Porthole. That was featured in today's video as well. Let's see. Ahmed Al-Maghribi Summer Oud. I haven't tried that one. Dan, not the man. Love when GZ is on. Sin of the Day Signature Citrine. It's hot. 105 in Fresno, California. Cody's wearing probably Rosa, the original. Oh, and thank George for me, according to Roy. The man is a saint and is too good for this world. A lighthouse in these dark times, sending all the love. Y'all swelling his head. Y'all calm down now. Y'all can make him take off from all the air that's going to fill in his head. Yes, George is great. That's why I like to call him a unicorn. If you got a problem with George Zaharoff, guess what? You're the problem. Barry says, howdy, Ross and GZ. My bottle of Seraphim Blue arrived today, so it's my sin of the day. I love it. Something in it gives me a resemblance to Red Colorado. Might be the Cypress. Interesting. Red Colorado from Mika Leff. I don't get the tie-in, but I'll have to do a side-by-side to see what you're referring to. Could be the green elements, though, for sure, like you're saying. Dior Sport 2017 for Anthony. Ethan wearing Seraphim Blue. Good to see Kevin Griffin wearing Seraphim Blue. Neroli Portofino for Antonio. Amber Oud Gold Edition. Good blind buy for a guy. I've never tried it, so I'm not sure. Eddie says Seraphim Blue's awesome. Mustard Squirrel. Good to see you, sir. DZ Sense, glad to catch a live. Sin of the Day, Seraphim Blue. My atomizer was a little messed up, but I think it's working fine now. A lot of people wearing Seraphim Blue today. Lavender Night. Can't wait to get my hands on the new fragrance. I know it's amazing. So if any of you want to check it out, there's a link in the video description. Just click show more. The link does save you 10%. You can get a sample. The samples are up on the site now. I believe they're $7 before the 10% off. So you can get the 3 ml spray sample if you want to check it out. There are still bottles available. Thanks for the reply. No worries, JP. I was catching the replies earlier. Central Hub, good to see you wearing Seraphim Blue. Sin of the Night, second day in a row, masterpiece. Aventus Cologne for E. Y'all are killing it. Provenzo Baron is fire. I'm going to get to that one. Right now I'm testing Vestige. I'll probably have that review out on Saturday. Going to wear it again tomorrow. And then I can get to Baron. I've heard it's kind of like Carlisle Red Tobacco-ish kind of thing. Dana Malik, it's about 110 in Vegas today, so I decided to break out Eau Givray. That's a great one. Kix Griffey, wearing Making Sense on Average patch. Kix Griffey approved Wolfpack FWO for life. I want to know what was going on when he made How Fetty Rose, because I think it's a big fail. Interesting. So it's actually not a fail. You just don't like it. Tons of people love it. It was extremely well received. So, yeah, How Fetty Black Rose was definitely not a failure. It's actually, like I said, a wild success for George and for Zaharoff as a brand. It's just you don't like it, and that's all good. It happens. Not everybody likes everything. So, yeah, just maybe word it a little different. Maybe throw out your opinion versus it being a failure for a brand, because it certainly was not, sir. LB81, first-time commenter. But I appreciate you being here. Valentino Yellow Dream, good to see you. Brock Bathed in Eau Givray. Got another one wearing that. Jasada Titanium, good for the summertime? Not really. It's a great fragrance. It's shelved till the fall for me. Very powdery, sweet, warm, and spicy. So we're about to bring the man on here in just a moment. We got 150 in the chat. Debating on getting Milano Privé or Care Pistachio. Which would you say is better? They're wildly different. You got to decide, do you want sweet, spicy tobacco? Do you want playful candy and ice cream? Dame, good to see you. Day Seraphim Blue, my goodness, which he was raving to me on Instagram and some voice messages and such a little while ago. So, guys, I'm going to have to skip ahead a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and bring the man of the hour on. Congratulations to you and George. Well, not congratulations to me. It's not my fragrance, but you'd swear they made it for me. But it's congratulations to George and Zaharoff for sure. Bloom and Seraphim Blue are both amazing. So I apologize, guys. I'm skipping down a little ways so we can go ahead and bring the man on, because I want to try to get caught up. Dave Callie, I see you, my man. Jason, I see you. Newt, good to see you, sir. Polos and Jays, my guy. What's going on? Loving Seraphim Blue so far. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Rolling with Orm today. Placed the order for Seraphim Blue today. I hope you enjoy it. So skipping on down. George Zaharoff is a good person. Yes, he is. He is indeed. So we made it to the bottom. Bilbo's in the house. What is George's sin of the day, shorts of the day? Bilbo, I know you have this thing with his crotch. You're very much obsessed. We both know that. But with that said, that's a perfect segue to bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to present to you the bottom half jawline, because he is not in his own frame. There we go. I figured saying that would get him to adjust it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. George Zaharoff. How are you, George?
Oh, how are you? Hi, everybody.
Love the blue.
Well,
festive and fitting, for sure.
Every time I see you, I have to say it's Valentino.
Why do you have to say that every time you see me?
Because I'm wearing Valentino when I see you.
It does happen a lot.
Valentino.
It's kind of your thing. Yeah, that's for sure.
Right? You think?
Yeah. So Bilbo wants to know which shorts you're wearing. You know how his obsession with your crotch.
I'm wearing pants.
Wearing pants. So no boxer shorts for this live stream, Bilbo. Sorry to disappoint you.
Dior.
Dior. There you go. Christian Dior, for those of you that are concerned. So I guess after doing some designer shopping with Joey last night, he felt festive, and he's going Valentino and Dior today.
You think?
I can tell. So what are you wearing today as far as your scent choice?
I am wearing, so I know we did the Seraphim blue.
Mm-hmm.
For those might not know. But I'm doused in citrine.
A lot of people have been wearing citrine.
And
it's funny how times change.
So for those of you, this is now available. I got to send you this, Ross.
Oh, yes, I need that in my life. I tried the prototype. It was so good.
So for those of you that really like the citrine, when we did the ancillaries, the musk came out, and I wasn't happy with it. So Claude and I got together, and we reformulated it for the ancillaries. So if you want your citrine to last like all day, there's this, then the body balm. So you could do the sourdough and the body balm. Where is this here? Here you go.
There you go. Right there in the middle. There you go. So guys, I can tell you firsthand, it's a greener citrus fragrance, the shower gel. I did try this last time I visited when I was going to the guest bathroom. I was going to take a shower. He's like, oh, the citrine shower gel's in there. Use that. I want to see what you think. It's, and this is going to sound crazy, it's better than the fragrance. It smells better than the fragrance because I love the green elements. It brings the green out. It pulls back the resin greatly. Like the base is pulled back. It's all about top note and early parts of the heart. So it's all citrus, and I mean rindy citrus and fresh green.
It's really nice.
So George, how has the reception been for Seraphim Blue on your end? I've been seeing great stuff, but it's one thing for me to see it. It's another thing for you. It is your baby that you released out into the world.
Well, I think, first of all, thank you for having me on, Ross.
Of course.
And thank you to everyone, many of your subscribers and people that follow you are also huge members, Zaharoff family members. And I'm very grateful. Thank you very much for being such a huge supporter of my dreams and my, just thank you. I'm very grateful. So Seraphim Blue, I'm so excited about it. And I know that this has been a while in the making. And I'm just going to give this little tidbit that when we went between, when I was showing Ross Seraphim Blue and Seraphim Red, Ross, you like the red better than the blue at that time, right? You thought it was right. So
yeah, the initial renditions, I was more into red.
Yeah.
That one was is it okay for me to say the code name for the lab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Naxos. Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, yeah, in Naxos.
Naxos,
another really good too.
Yeah.
There's a few variations that were really good, but Mykonos, the final rendition, which is what Seraphim Blue is, in my opinion, was the best of the bunch. When he got to the final version of it, when he got the tweak, he wanted exactly the way he wanted Claude to bring it to life. And you guys have seen me rave 10 ways to Sunday about Seraphim Blue. You know, I'm happy to see. It's gratifying for me because, you know, I'm really like putting myself out there saying, look, this is my favorite fragrance in my collection, because I get the criticism because George is my best friend. So naturally there's bias, and I can disclaimer it to death. I'm still going to get shit, but I really do love the hell out of this fragrance. Again, I say the dent does not lie, guys.
I know, Ross, this is such a good fragrance, and I'm grateful for it. Thank you. And I think that in the beginning, I used to get, I wanted, and we would talk about this, that we would want to tell people that we're friends, you know, that there might be a bias. And so I feel good now. I think that people know that we're close as it is. So
Yeah.
if someone has an issue with it, I don't know what to say anymore. I just love and bless them. God bless you then.
I'm very straight and open with people
Yeah.
with how I feel about fragrance. And anybody that doesn't believe that at this point, if you've spent a decent amount of time watching me or listening to me and paying attention, at this point, it's no longer my problem.
Right.
I'm very transparent with you guys. So
And
this isn't about me, though. You know,
it's so someone said it's a 2 ml. So I'm trying to look at these things. On the website, it's a 2 ml. So it's 2 ml spray.
I thought it was 3. I thought you had 3 ml vials now.
You know what?
That's why the increase to the sprays at 3 ml and they're
Was it originally 2? It is 3.
Yeah, because the glass vials you have are 3 ml now. So it's a typo. It's a typo,
Okay.
Rob. They're 3
It's
ml.
3. I have to work on it then. I thought it was 2.
No, yeah, all your other it's the same decant bottles as all your other ones. Yeah, they're 3 ml.
And so I'm yeah. Okay, sorry guys, I'll fix it. At least you're getting more than what it was publicized for then.
For sure.
It's better to go up than down, right?
Yes.
Samples are available, Eddie. Hi, Eddie. Hi, everybody. So I was reading some of the stuff going through this whole thing. LB81. My email is george@zaharoff.com. If you want to send me an email, and you're more than welcome to share your experience with Black Rose with me. My aim is to make everyone happy. I try to, at least. Not everyone can be happy, but I try to. Someone asked me about why did I ditch Chicago? Does that mean if they want to explain more of what, you know, to articulate, I don't mind answering any questions. Has some of the, so.
I didn't see that one. I did have to skip down a little ways though.
So anyway, let's get into it. So first I want to show some, because I know that we only have a short period of time and I don't want to take up too much time, but I want
a little over 40 minutes. We got some time.
Okay, I want to share on this. I think I haven't had a chance to, like, you know, sit down and really show this to the group. And so L'Officiel. So for those, someone was wondering, not someone, I saw a couple people and I know that they watch you, Ross. The Zaharoff Dreams, the YouTube video, the one that is on the Zaharoff channel. Many of you saw this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was behind the scenes. Am I talking too loud?
No, you're good. You're good. I put you centrally in main screen so you could show L'Officiel.
And so this here, I might as well play it without the sound. So this here was a behind the scenes. It was a behind the scenes of the photo shoot of this in the south of Cyprus. So there was like, why would I do a video like that? It was a behind the scenes thing. I don't need to explain, but I'm explaining anyway. Sure. But I'm just very proud of this. If you guys know L'Officiel, it's a French fashion magazine, and I was just very happy with that. And I just want to thank everybody. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, George was the central focus of this issue. He has a full spread.
And I just want to thank you. This would not have ever been possible without your support. And I look at this and I pinch myself. And this is my favorite. Look at this picture. This is in Africa.
That's a good representation of George Zaharoff, the traveler, right there.
And this is the Privé that's going to be coming at the end of the year. This is where the Privé oil comes from.
That's when you were in South Africa?
In West, this is Southwest Africa.
Southwest, okay.
South Africa, the country. I was in Namibia and Angola, because all will be revealed in the future. But I just wanted to thank you guys. I wanted to show this finally to what am I looking for? Like, this is the first time I'm actually sitting there acknowledging it and showing it. And I know that a lot of the people that follow you also are huge Zaharoff supporters. So I just wanted to share this with you, and thank you very much. Thanks everybody for the support.
Congratulations, George, because I know that was a dream of yours and all these many years of you being in fashion and design and everything, just to get in the magazine, let alone be the cover and the center spread. It's
so crazy. And so thank you to everybody. So when it came time for blue, Ross loves blue fragrances, and I know that the signature line is what I think is a best in class in all the categories. So it started with the original Zaharoff signature Pour Homme, and then all of these different categories using the signature Pour Homme as a base or as a roadmap of sorts. And I wanted to show that if you're tweaking things and like perfume is like music, and you could take a song and do a mix, remove some, and you still have the lyrics going, but you could move things around. And this is how I see fragrances. No, I don't sit there and mix fragrances. I'm not a parfumier. I don't do that. But I have what I think is even better is to have Claude as a partner in crime. He's my I don't even know if I call it partner in crime. I think more like a I don't know, Russ, what would you say? Like just a gift.
I think it's interesting because it's a very unique partnership that the two of you have, because Claude's really good at understanding thought process with others, as I've experienced firsthand. Twice now I've been able to go through the creative process with him and him really bring to life what I wanted. And you've been doing it for over 20 years with him. He's made the original Pour Homme, the original women's back in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s.
I was 22.
Yeah, we're talking over 25 years ago, the first time they created a fragrance together. So there's a lot of history here with the understanding of the way the two want to do things together. And it's a very unique thing in this space, I find, which Zaharoff in itself as a brand is unique in the space. So then you add that relationship and the way it blossoms into these fragrances into the mix. It just adds to the overall uniqueness of what Zaharoff represents in this space. At least that's my thoughts on it.
And I'm just so I'm very grateful. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to feel, but to be in this space of gratitude. And Lone Star, we could answer your question and hold that question for a little bit later. But I'm reading the comments and people are just jumping in saying, I'm here for a moment, I'm driving, and thank you.
Yeah, we got asking about news ed creators. Can we bring back business over pleasure? I'm flattered by all of that. I appreciate that, guys.
And I'm thank you so much for just thank you, guys. I don't know. I'm very grateful, and it's a little just thank you. Like if I could thank you.
You want to dive into Lone Star Vols questions? You look deep in thought.
Fashion. So it's all art, and there's this zeitgeist. If many of you may not have heard the zeitgeist, and that's the overall energy that goes through the world, and it connects. It's the creative energy that we all tap into for inspiration or whatever, and that's how we get trends. Fashion, fragrance, music, colors, it's all tied in together. And many may or may not know, but most of the colors that we see that are fashion, that are in, have been predetermined 5 years ago by DuPont.
And they all talk about it. That's why it's a trend together. Everybody's doing something similar to one another at the same time.
Correct. And so DuPont will sit down because it's a business, right? And it's a very well-run business. Fashion, fragrance, fashion, scents, tastes. Remember, it's fragrances and flavors. It's not just what we smell for fragrance. It's also what we smell on Tide soap. I mean, anything that has a scent to it, it's fragrance and flavor, and that has trends as well. And so certain things you'll see that are trendy fragrances and trendy fashion. I think it's an overall feel. It's all tied together. I think when it comes for fragrance, it's hard in my position to do something that's very trend setting. There's other ways I could do it because I could come out with a fragrance that might not have the appeal needed to be a tremendous success, whereas an Hermes or Calvin Klein, like an Eternity or a Fahrenheit, where you could change things around, you know? So, what really fish? I hope that answers your question. I want to make sure, I mean, I hope it does.
So, Chuck, I would just like to state that, sir, I would not advise holding your breath because I would not wish that on you. The Zed creators, the first round will not be seeing the light of day again, sir. When we stated that it was just not, it's one-time run limited stuff. That's George is a man of his word. We all agree to this when we start these projects, and that's.
And we do talk. I mean, we sit there and talk, and it's like, Ross, maybe 10 years from now, 6 years from now, because it's been how long
we've spitballed to death about this. It's been over 3 years since we released the first round.
So maybe 5 years from now, we talk about it all the time, but the promise was that this was a one and done. And I think the 5th year is enough to say, okay, we'll do a special, you know, of Zed Creator 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. You never know.
And see, saying that, they're like, oh, so we're getting more? You and your teasing.
See, I don't know, guys.
Because they ask me all the time, and guys, it's not on the table right now, but this is the never say never guy. He tells me never say never every time we talk about it.
Because the second one was just a quick, you know, hey, guys, you want to do a second round? Like it was that, you know.
That's pretty much how it went. Yeah. Y'all want to do it again? It's like we're going to say no.
So, guys, I'm in Chicago. Someone asked me if I am. I'm in Chicago. Hello, everybody. Hello. And so I want to talk about, if I can, a little bit about the Seraphim and where the idea came, because initially you didn't like the look of it, right, Ross, when I presented you, when I showed you?
No, so I was not originally a fan of the Seraphim Angel look. I was like, wow, I've never not enjoyed one of your presentations, and this just ain't for me. It doesn't speak to me. And the more you look at it and you see this, you hear the story, you smell the fragrance, you understand what he's trying to do, the more your mind opens to it. And I really came around to it. It's still not my favorite presentation of what he's got, but I think the biggest thing for me that suckers me in the most is the silver and blue color contrast. Blue and gray, my two favorite colors. So that naturally pulls me in. And I think it was the right color combination to pull me into the design work is what it came down to. Because when he showed me the PDFs initially, I was like, I get it, but not really my thing visually, you know? And it over time, like I said, you start smelling it more. You really start paying attention to the nuance while understanding the story. And it just makes more and more sense with why this needs to be a Seraphim Angel. And just blue on top of that. The colors always play a role when you're smelling things. Not in every single scent, but most people will distinctively picture a certain color when they smell certain fragrances: blue, green, red fragrances, all these things. It all ties in. Brown leather, tobacco, you know, these different nuances will paint a vivid color for you. This one definitely paints a picture of blue. So very fitting.
And it's very fitting for the first, because it wasn't intended, because if you want to look up, there's you know, I think it's, of course, Seraphim is the highest level of angels. I have one right behind me, which is Archangel Michael, and Gabriel is on the other side. I don't know if people could see. There's Gabriel, and there's Seraphim angels. I think there's I don't know how many Seraphim angels there are, which is another hint. But I think that I was. So if you guys could understand this, if you guys could remember this, it is the Seraphim angels, the Seraphim mosaic in Saint Sophia in Istanbul. Okay, so it was the beginning of Greek Orthodoxy in Istanbul, and I was there visiting, and I saw this, and I have the actual video. I have to make a video of it. So I saw this here, and it was located at the very top of the church. There's 4 of them. And I thought, that's interesting. It was this exact thing. If you guys want to look at the Seraphim in Saint Sophia, it'll pop up. And it's a mosaic. It's beautiful. And I'm like, what is that? Those wings. And so when I went and looked at it, it was the true biblical version of what the Seraphim looked like as it was described. by Ezekiel, and he described, and I won't get too religious on everybody. He described the seraphim and the cherubim, and in Greek and Russian, and that it's the Seraphim Cheruvim. All right, so that's enough of the biblical thing. But that's what this is, guys. This is the cherubim, and he described it as a ring with eyes on it, and so that's what this is. It's a cherubim, and this is the seraphim, which is the sixth-winged angel. And this was done by an iconographer that I had commissioned. So this is Zaharoff. I had them do it. And what I wanted it to be was like an icon, which is why usually where you see a plate, in this case it isn't. I wanted it to look like it was painted, like an icon. It turned out beautiful.
It did turn out really well. I mean, at this point, everybody expects these types of things from you, George. You've really set the bar, you know.
Thanks, Ross. Thank you, Ross. And so with this, what I wanted to do with this, I wanted to have the same, but I need a dimension with this because the box is one thing, but this is going to sit on your counter. I wanted it to have dimension, and I wanted it to, if you guys notice, it's raised. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a lot of work that went into this. And so, and in this case, because of the overall artistry of what's coming with the collection, it needed to be this way. The small and the large had to be the same in order for it to complete the art.
Depending on what size bottles you get moving forward.
Yeah, the overall art, that the vision that I had for the Seraphim, for the Seraphims, I needed it to be where it's all the same like this, and you guys will understand as we move forward. And so,
get ready.
And so, yeah, so balls out.
So, would you care to give a rough idea of timeline? Because I'm surprised it hasn't been asked yet about Seraphim Red.
But hold on a minute. So when it came time for the Seraphim, so when I sat down with Claude, and the submissions were the Greek islands, it was Mykonos, Naxos, it was Io, it was a bunch of islands, and because
all good.
It was a blue fragrance, and the overall inspiration was the Greek islands, because of course it's where I come from, and what else is more fabulous than Mykonos and Santorini, and so I wanted a blue fragrance, but I didn't want it where it was a Broxton, or it wasn't, it wasn't a bomb.
Yes.
And
Claude understands these things. Look, he works with synthetics,
right.
But Claude tries to really flex his creative muscle when he works on fragrances for George. He's told me this multiple times. George is his favorite person to create fragrances for because there's no limitations put on him. There's not a budget set. There's not parameters with it needs to be this specifically. It's here's my vision, bring it to life.
We got to have Claude on here one day, Ross.
I would love to. I've been wanting to for like 2.5, 3 years, Yeah.
And
it's great. That's, you guys know I talk my ass off. When I'm around Claude, I shut the hell up. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as I talk when I'm around Claude.
504 is good to see you. Hi, everybody. Listen, you're going to love the shower gel with you're going to want to get the lotion too.
So Kyler mentioned it earlier because he was berating me yesterday to ask you for it. He mentioned it in the comments earlier. Are you going to do ancillaries like that for Seraphim Blue?
So it's not in the plan, but I should.
I didn't think so. Well, I can tell you right now, Kyler Bourne desperately wants them.
Kyler, and I saw Roy. Hi, Roy. Much love to you. I'm trying my best. I have the Black Rose as the ancillaries. Royal X is next. There's no time. I just don't have the time. I have so many things.
Launch for beginning, the middle of summer for France.
Yeah, and that's coming. That's right around the corner. And the only thing left is the license. I just got to get the license from the European Union to sell my perfumes, and we're ready to go. It's a huge. I know I've been talking about this forever, Ross.
You're okay. It takes time when you're doing it the right way. It takes time to do things right. I understand.
And so when it came time for doing the Seraphim Blue, it needed to be a blue fragrance. I wanted it to be blue, but I wanted it to be the frickin' GNC blue, where you feel like it's the sea. It's the and it turned out so incredible that when I was coming up with the story, it was like it's like a Seraphim angel saw the beauty of, I don't know, it saw the beauty of the islands, of how I see it, and it became emotional, and it cried, it shed a tear, and it went into the salt water. So I figure it's like an angel's tear with, being inspired with the salt water of the GNC, and so that's kind of,
it's a very coastal type of fragrance. It's not knee deep in the ocean type of aquatic, is the way I've been describing it to people. There's plenty of stuff like that. This didn't need to be that to be special, and it's exactly what it needed to be. I was watching Juan's live stream back late last night, and he was like, leave it to George to make a blue fragrance that's classy. It was well said. Him and Brittany really loved it a lot more than Juan did, I found, for the stretch I was watching. Shout out to Fat Boy Fragrance. And a lot of people have been really interpreting it very similarly to one another, because it's very straightforward. It's nuanced, but it's very straightforward. And what I mean by that is because it's so straightforward with its intent on what it wants to be and what it needed to be, that makes it stand out from what's in its class, because its class is very vast and full of redundancy. So it's so difficult to have something stand out in the blue fragrance genre. It's very, very difficult to do.
He did an incredible job with it.
Yeah. So James, as far as Seraphim Red, where it stands right now, you're not gonna like my answer, but I love you, so please don't get mad. Seraphim Red is on the note cards for those making purchases right now through Zaharoff. It's a nice little bonus.
Yeah.
For those that have been supporting the brand and supporting Seraphim Blue. It's not a big open. The only reason we even mention it is because people that have been buying it, like, oh God, what is this? And they have their note cards and they see the notes. So it's not a big open discussion yet, because it's not time for it. He literally just started shipping Seraphim Blue this week, but know that more information will come. If you happen to buy some samples, something like that, you'll get a note card. Hint, hint, wink, wink. If you get a sample of Seraphim Blue, they're only like $7. If you want to try that, and you'll see the extreme note breakdown. You'll see Seraphim Reds note breakdown. It's just a little something extra. Order in blue as we speak. That's what I'm saying. Spend a couple bucks. Try the new release. If you click the link in the video description, you'll save 10% off your sample. You'll get that note card with upcoming stuff, because George likes to do that. He likes to put that out there to kind of reward with a little extra bonus for those that support the brand.
That's right. And so that's why
the people that make purchases are, aside from me and Joey, are the first to know what's going on. As far as the customer base, the first to know are those that support the brand.
And I think that the triple X. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Joe.
No, I was just adding on, as it should be. That's the right way to do it. I love the way you do your business.
And I think that this was a celebration. I don't know. I don't know how else to express that. There's 15 fragrances, and this has opened up doors all over the world for me and for Zaharoff and my dream. And this is my gift back of doing the pre-sales and celebrating because of you and what you're doing. And it's just, and what you've done for me. You guys have supported me from the very beginning. And so thank you guys. Thank you. The Coco Loco sample, if you Google Coco Loco sample.
No. I've been having to do master classes on, because George wants Coco Loco to be one word. I had to do this the other day on a live stream. So you can't do Coco Loco. Nothing comes up.
Oh, I got to fix it. Thank you.
You have to do Coco Loco one word. That's
Look
the
at that.
I did this like 2 weeks ago on a live stream, George, because I know that's what it, because it's the reason I know this is because when you did the launch and I typed it as 2 words, you're like, that's not how I spell it. I spell it as 1 word. You remember that? Right. So it stuck with me. So I know, because you spelled it that way, that's why it does it on the website and people can't find it. So just do it as 1 word. And as you can see, it comes up. He's currently out of the samples. Are you going to be stocking those again soon, George?
Which one?
Coco Loco. It shows out sold out right now.
Let me get back to this. What the heck? So let me tell you, we've been inundated with which is it's awesome. Let me just fix this. Hold on, guys. One moment, please.
Now y'all see where I get that from? The one moment, please.
Operator George, ask for me.
So as soon as I saw your comment, Esteban, that's why I did a screen share immediately while he was talking, because I know it's better for me to just show you, because it's something you would think it would still come up, but it doesn't. If you don't do it as one word, it doesn't come up.
So here, I'll fix it right now. Okay, it's up. Is there anything else? Let me see any other samples that are.
So it's still showing sold out.
I just saved it. Refresh. You gotta take a picture, Gentil Baptiste.
Just, I guess, just give it a few minutes, Esteban, and check back. I'll keep it up and refresh it. Oh, it's up. It's on pre-order. It still shows availability out of stock.
Hold on.
By the way, for any of you in future pre-orders, the pre-orders always say this, availability out of stock, because it's currently not a stocked item.
Okay, so go ahead, guys, and buy it because it'll ship tomorrow. So go ahead and do it, though, if you want to, and I'll figure out what the heck is going on. It says here, I'm not committed, available on hand. I fixed it. I don't know why it's pre-order, but go ahead and order it, and it'll be sent out.
Yeah, and if you use my link, you'll save 10%. It's only 70 cents, but it's still 70 cents. You know. So
there's I would have fragrance, George. So that's coming out in 2025, which is the Extreme.
That's the other one on the note card I was talking about earlier, the Extreme.
Yeah, and so I took the Pour Homme. We wanted to do something more oud heavy for the Middle East market. And Elvin, hi everybody. Hello everybody.
Smooth Operator said it still shows business over pleasure sold out. Can you fix that? If
we
only.
Do 10 bottles. You want me to turn it on and see if people want to do like a
freak out, George?
Huh?
People would freak out. You gonna sell off your last little bit of stash you got in that room?
I don't know.
That's up to you. That's up to you.
Russ is like,
whatever you want to do, it's your product.
I know.
You know. Right now, 10 people are like, I'll take one. All
right, so I do have business over pleasure. I'm gonna open it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Why not? If they want it, and I have my own stash.
Well, if you want to get a few bottles, guys, here you go.
But it's only
tell everybody in the Facebook group on the Zed Lounge, because they've been on me about it.
So it's going to only be.
Or it's for those of you here right now that want a shot. There you go.
I mean, it's okay, Ross.
I mean, George, of course, it's totally fine with me because people are on me all the time. So yeah, now it shows add to cart in stock for the Coco Loco.
So for the next,
it's Coco Loco's fixed, George.
All right, for the next, then it's the same price as it was 3 years ago. This is my stash. It's my.
This is the one in the library.
And so I'll do it for just the next couple minutes.
Well, here you go. If you guys wanted an opportunity. So I guess it's pulled down while you're doing this because when I click it, it won't load the page.
Hold on, wait. Let me do it.
No worries. Do your thing, George.
All right, this is from the original, and I don't have that many.
This is the only batch that was ever made, guys. So it's well macerated for a couple of years.
Let me see here. So there's only.
Amen. We gave away 5 of them when I hit 100K.
Huh?
We gave away 5 of them when I hit 100K.
So. All right.
Yeah, exactly, Esteban. You never know when you tune into TLTG Live. That's why it's important to tune into my live streams. You never know what I'm going to say and what may happen.
Well, this is happening.
This was not planned. This is in the moment from George, guys.
So yes. So is there any other questions?
Wow, 119. There you go. Available. Go get it, boys. Anybody that wants it, it's going to go in the blink of an eye because it's a few bottles. That's hilarious. I can't believe you're doing this.
Oh.
Well,
we were gonna open it up, and I decided not to. There's a couple.
I'll put a link in the chat for you guys. There you go.
And this is my own stash. I feel bad now, and I have Antonia telling me you don't sell your own stash.
Yeah.
So after this 10 minutes, we're good. Yeah. So here you go, guys. Knock yourselves out.
Again, says, I have 2 already. I need the siren with a tongue out remote.
Nothing else. This is just for Ross. And because Ross is here, I don't have for any. This is my own personal stash, and this is it. It will never happen again.
Well, here's your chance, guys. For those of you that wanted an opportunity to grab it, a few of you are going to get it.
And so that's it. I think that when it came for the Seraphim Blue, I thought of Mykonos, and I hope you guys like my little narration. I got what's it called? I hope you guys like the video I did for Seraphim Blue too. I thought it was cute. A lot of people didn't like my narration, but oh well, it's me. I wanted to.
Yeah, because it's gone. He says sold out. That's because they're gone. Everybody grabbed them, and I told you in the blink of an eye, there's only 10 bottles. Yeah,
that was it, guys. I don't have any more. Someone's not going to be happy. I'm sorry.
It's okay. He told you guys he had 10 bottles to give up. So there you go. Well, there you go. Quest was the one wanting them re-released earlier about doing more Zed Creator stuff, so he just grabbed it.
What the? You know what? Though, hold on, because someone might have it in their carts.
So cart didn't check out.
To see if they check out. Let's see what happens. But that's it. That's it, though. This will never happen. This was kind of good. I'm glad we did it. This is good. We got some.
Paige, what's up, my guy? Good to see you. I know Paige is a fan of it. You had a bottle originally too. You must have finished it up because I know you had a bottle. Oh, Kaylin, you should have jumped on it. Sally got one.
So these are some cards. You guys should check because people might have put it on their cards but not buy it. So let me.
It's back. Somebody go grab one. So somebody abandoned the shopping cart and didn't finish.
Madness. This is great.
This is funny. So I'm gonna just click refresh. It's so funny that you did this.
I love it. I'm glad.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Ross,
I'm glad you did this too. It's a little speculation, so if a few people can get to experience it, because I've always got people asking about bringing it back and stuff like that. Because guys, it's just not a thing. Like you said, maybe one day down the line when enough time's passed, but it's one of those things where we said we weren't going to, so we got to stick to our word. You know what I mean? The last thing we want is anybody to think it's always about money, because the man sells products, and sure, I get a royalty because it's me and Claude created it together. My name, my logo, it's me. But it's not about, if it was about making money all the time, they would just still be available on the market to squeeze every dollar. But that's not the case. It's about the community. It's about the journey. It's about opportunity. It's about, artistry, originality, all of these things.
I'm proud of
creative projects about.
I'm proud of what we've done. And I'm like I said, there's not enough words for me to describe my gratitude.
Yeah, it's gone, guys.
Triple X. So the Triple X thing, I'm still working on. I didn't realize, Triple X was made because we thought it would be like I didn't imagine that it would be as strong of a seller as it was, and so we're working on that too. Like I said, I'm only one person, and.
Because it's been sold out. Brass and Soul wasn't for sale just now. Just those 10 bottles of business over pleasure, Austin.
This is my own personal stash. Everything else is locked away. I'm here with Ross. It's okay. Ross, I can say, Ross, is it okay? But when I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done it, but it's okay.
That's okay. George, anybody that's going to have something negative to say about it, screw it. Let them generate some speculation. Holy shit, they released some of Ross's fragrances for 5 minutes. Sure.
It's mine. My batch, so I hope that those who wanted one.
Well, I think it's kind of cool because it's out of the blue. It's like, hey, 10 people, here's a chance.
And
what the hell?
It was the same price as we.
119. That man doesn't sell any fragrances for it's resale price. They don't go for that.
wasn't a money grab. It was, I love you guys. And I'm grateful. Thank you, Ross. I'm
Glad
grateful
to
to
hear that.
us. I'm grateful to everybody for being so.
Grateful to you, George.
And there's more great things ahead. There's so many things that I want to do, um, and I love thinking outside the box. I like, it's kind of a dream for me, surreal. Coco Loco, the 4 ounce is being made, so all of the flavors that you see now will be in the 4 ounce. You just got to give me time. The production that I did for Italy isn't enough for Italy. So anything that they get, I don't think I'm going to be able to bring it to the States. It's going to take me some time. Just give me time, guys. This is fun. We'll have fun. We'll have a fun ride doing it. What does it say?
Exactly. He said, this is why you should subscribe to the channel for these one-offs. Let them know, Paige. Paige is one of my first 100 subscribers.
Beautiful. So everyone got what they wanted? Everyone that wanted?
Well, a bunch of people got, some people said they sent them back and kicked them out at the end. Because that's the thing. Only 10 people were able to grab it. So not everybody. A bunch of you, probably 30 or 40 of you were able to add it to cart at the same time, but only 10 of you were able to get the bottle.
So everyone's happy?
But Dave, no, as far as touching on scent profile and things like that, it's not time.
Yeah, it's sold out.
The speculation is just there to reward those that are making purchases right now. So we're not really deep diving into it, but as it gets closer, obviously as he, allows, because I always ask, what can I say now? What can I tell him about this? And the more he allows me to say more as we get closer, I say more, because I got plenty of experience with it. I revisited the little bit of the lab sample I got left again last night, and as we get closer. But guys, for right now, just enjoy your Seraphim Blue. You just got Seraphim Blue.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
So good luck, everybody. I'm glad. I'm sorry if we didn't miss out, or that's it, guys. And that's it. That's it.
I'm glad Kalen got it, because Kalen loves business over pleasure. He got an aftermarket bottle resale, I think in a Facebook group, actually, trade or something like that. He got it, fell in love with it, and he was running low. So I'm glad you were able to get another bottle.
Any questions before we go? I mean, what time?
Yeah, we got about 8 more minutes, and then Dedrick and Justin will be live. So make sure to go to Dedrick Hicks Jr.'s channel. He's going to have Justin Copeland on for the first time. Any of you that ever watch Dedrick or Justin on live stream, they're both great, both dear friends of mine, and it's going to be a great conversation. I'll definitely be watching while I'm doing my evening cardio. I'm sure they'll be touching on their opinions on Seraphim Blue a bit. They both have their bottles as well. But anything else for George while we have George?
Heavier version of signature pour aroma is so it's not a heavier version. It's the oud tuned up. So it's
additional oud. There's temple oud in there as well. There's 2 ouds.
And so which comes first, Kevin? So the Extreme is in 2025.
There you go. Seraphim Red is this year.
And so Josh Aguina, for those of you, I'm going to be doing a live with him Monday on Instagram, right, Josh? So if you guys want to head over there, and guys, if you guys can take a like,
IG.
TLTG, let me give a like on here. Claude the man, I know Paige. Hi, Paige. You guys are all awesome.
Guys, I want to let y'all know, if you've ever experienced any of Claude's designer creations, just know that, let's say it was something you didn't care for, like Hugo Energize. Claude made that. I can't stand that fragrance. I know based on the information he's given me, they get parameters and guidelines. And that's one of the things, like I mentioned earlier, that he loves about creating with George, is a lot of these designer houses will say, make this. And it's specifically, I want this. Whereas in situations with Amarud, some of his creations with Amarud, and definitely his creations with Zaharoff, you really get to see that man work. You get to see, like I like to say, flex his creative muscle and see why he is a master at his craft. The man is brilliant. He is one of the greatest perfumers of our time. He really is. That man deserves his just due. He's so good at what he does when given the ability to fully explore what he's capable of when creating.
He's incredible. And I think that, I wanted to be fashion my whole life. As a child, I wanted to be a fashion designer. And so when I was a junior at DePaul University, I started looking into how to start, and I ended up doing clothing in Milan, 20 years old. And I wanted to get the name out there fairly quickly. And I thought, what could I do to get Zaharoff out there? And that's when the idea of a fragrance came. And I went with a little wood bottle, a wood cap, a lucite bottle, and a little sprayer. From that time was Quest, which was with Claude, was with Quest, which was a boutique perfume house they did for Hermes, very special French boutique perfume house. And I went to Nordstrom. Imagine 21 years old. There was only one store in Chicago. There were no Nordstroms on the other side, on the East Coast, east of Chicago, and they bought it. Nordstrom bought it, and so that was my fragrance. My love for fragrance started. And back in those days, you would do one fragrance and over 10 years grow it, and now it's a whole different story with the different flavors and the ancillaries, or what do they call it? Was it the Ross? What's the term called? I don't know. I just slipped my mind.
For
when you do a fragrance in different flavors.
flankers.
Flankers. Thank you, flankers. What was the greatest thing you saw, heard, smelled, touched, or
Did somebody back out in their purchases because they're stock again?
What is the greatest thing you saw, heard, smelled, or touched, or tasted when you were
Trying? Some people aren't checking out fully, guys. They're putting it in their cart and debating. So stay on top of it.
I think I think renting a car and pulling up Place Vendôme, if you guys want to, and looking, from my parking, looking up and driving up and seeing Place Vendôme with the column, I think it's just so surreal for me, and the history. And you guys were such a small, think about it, right? We're such a small, insignificant, our life span on here compared to the history of the world and the history, and of course, the history of the universe. And so I think moments like that, you just realize that we're just here for a moment in time. And that's what in my head balls out, just go out there, keep moving, keep doing, and going out there. And so hi to these frags and to all those who got one. Okay, perfect. I mean, thank you for asking. Thank you, guys. I keep saying thank you. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? Also, I saw someone ask about combining and taking the lotion with the citrine and with Seraphim. A lot of the base oils are all similar. Whereas, for example, the Black Rose has signature pour homme in it, whereas Coco Loco has a huge amount of clementine, which also is in citrine. And so there's a lot of things that will blend well with the others because there's a lot of similar oils, and that's mom, and that's awesome though. It's pretty cool.
So it's about that time to wrap it up. Any final thoughts you'd like to share, George?
No, I'm just very grateful. Anything, Ross, that you're thinking?
Good to see you, Allie. She said DDLD Seraphim Blue today, and she hearts it on him.
Oh, hi, Allie.
Good to see you, Allie.
Give my best to your husband too. My love to
tell Joe we say hello. But yeah, George, I appreciate you coming and spend a little bit of time. Enjoy this speculation and scandal of releasing a few bottles of business over pleasure from the stock room. I can't believe you put that box out there like that. But hey, because we debated on doing this when I hit 100K. This is the little bit he was holding that we debated on, and we just gave 5 away in the double packs that we did. Josh got one of those double packs. So TLTG 10 doesn't exist with Zaharoff. And
it's out. We're sold out, guys.
Yeah, and also the discount codes never work. Yeah, page not found. There you go. Yeah, discount codes never work with the Zed Creator stuff anyways. Typically they shouldn't. But yeah, it's over. It's gone. So congrats to everybody that managed to get it. That was some fun speculation. I'm glad you threw it out there. That had to be more than 10 bottles, George. Did you have 15 or 20? Because I know the boxes hold 27. I know you had one box. I know that for sure.
So 15. I put 15 are gone. I need to have.
Last time I was there, you had one full box.
There's nothing left.
I counted. It was 27.
That's incredible, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, yes. The other ancillaries and products, George, discount works on those, correct?
Yes, of course, everything.
So there you go, Giancarlo. Yeah.
And much love. Clifton wants me to do a fragrance inspired by his country ass, I think he said.
Yeah, so it could smell like old rusty white man. That's if you can capture that essence, we'll have a Clifton Ledbetter fragrance.
Chuck, I don't know.
Right now, Clifton's laughing. I love you, Clifton.
Je ne sais pas. I don't know, Chuck. All right, my beautiful TLTG family and my
so let's leave them on this. So as of right now, there are confirmed 2 Seraphims. Red coming at some point later this year in the second half. And that's about as far as we'll go with that today. Just know as we get closer, you guys know me if you follow along. I give you everything I can anytime I can because I get just as excited, if not more excited, because I've smelled the stuff and I'm dying to tell you guys. So just know that as we can, we will. As far as when he allows it, I don't step out of bounds with George. Once in a while, I'll tote the line a little bit, but I don't step out of bounds. This is
and I'm very grateful to Ross too, and I'm very respectful with you guys. Thank you very much for being a part of this and coming along for the ride. Thank you. I know I said thank you, but thank you.
Extremes next year, Rick. Next 2025. The Extreme.
And it's oud heavy.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's really signature pour homme, just the Middle Eastern version of signature pour homme. So imagine amplifying, and I mean amplifying the oud and additional oud. There's temple oud on top of the Chinese oud that's in there. Claude added an additional oud. George has had this fragrance for a while. This fragrance has been ready to go. It's a timing thing. So it's for you oud lovers, it's what you would expect in a Zaharoff oud heavy fragrance.
And that's in 2025. Anthony, good to see you. Giancarlo, you better use the link. If you use Ross's link, it should give it to you.
Yeah, when you go to the checkout phase, like just go into your cart, it might not show up. When you go to checkouts, when it applies it.
Much love to you guys, okay? And Paige, you'll see it's coming. I think it's on the postcard. You'll see what's coming up in the fall. And which Zaharoff fragrance is your favorite? They're all my children.
We'll leave it on this because Dedrick and Justin are going live like right now. They've been live.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Which is my favorite? So
yeah, answer the question first. Yeah. Sure.
Together. Look, Citrine, Noir, the Black Rose. I could drink this stuff. Coco Loco, Tobacco, like all of them. I wear the Rosé. I love all of them. So all of them. I go.
George, you don't have an engraver, huh?
The what?
Kalen wants you to engrave his Business Over Pleasure bottle. You don't have an engraver, do you?
I have an engraver, but I can't do it on your bottle because it's etched on the back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because it'll mess up the playing card that's frosted on the back.
Yeah, I can't.
You can sign it for you if you want.
Huh?
You can sign it. You want him to sign it, Kalen?
Let me go on here then. Hold on. I gotta go into
real quick.
Kalen.
Privé oil concentrations we'll discuss as we get closer. That's much later in the year, my man. Just know that's going to blow your minds, by the way. The first Privé private line release is going to blow your freaking mind.
Which is probably my heaviest rotation.
Oh, well, just get ready when the time comes. Yeah. That's stuff. Not the next release, but it is coming late this year.
And I kind of want to blow everyone's mind. That's the intention. I hope I do it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
And I want you guys to have your heads wrapped around it. It is very expensive. They are limited and numbered. These are very expensive oils with very unique and expensive presentations. This is not signature pour homme stuff. So very, very limited run. Numbered. Literally numbered.
All right, everybody. I'm going to give my love to you guys.
Okay, so everybody, you just soon sign every bottle. I got Jose asking, Watch Sense asked, who else asked? A couple people have asked for you to sign their bottle. I mean, how about this, guys? If you don't mind, email him, george@zaharoff.com.
No, don't email me. I'll just sign the front box of the Business Over Pleasures.
Just sign it on all of them. Screw it.
Wrapped, so I'm going to take the wrapping off, everybody, just so you know.
Okay, yeah, Kalen wants you to sign his as well. Sign the box or the bottle's fine with him. So there you go. He'll sign the box. Guys.
I can't sign the box, the bottle. I'll sign the front of the box, the card. I'll sign my part of it, okay?
Okay, there you go, guys. Well, guys, I'm excited for you. I hope you enjoy. Those of you that wanted to get business over pleasure and were able to score. George, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some time with us. It's always a pleasure.
And T. Summers, look, I think in the order, I know I'm opening Pandora's box with this. I think in the order, if someone could leave a note so before I go, the business over pleasure orders, I'm going to sign it. I'm going to personalize it and sign it on the front. Or do they just want to see this is
They're all saying sign mine. Robert said it. Smooth Operator said it. Literally all of them. Yeah.
Now, am I going to personalize it, Ross, or do I just sign it?
I would just sign it.
All right.
I would just sign it, guys. Put the John Hancock on there and keep it moving. Sign your card.
It goes for resale. If I were to sell it, we know that it's part of this group.
Oh yeah, you should number it. That way I know if you assholes bought it and you just put it on eBay.
It'll find a home.
I hope that everybody that bought it is just going to enjoy it.
I hope so too.
Because this was such a out of nowhere occasion to be able to have an opportunity to score a bottle. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy it that did get it.
All right, Ken, everybody, much love. And thanks, Ross. And we'll see you for the next fun experience.
We'll do something again in between now and the next release. You always come on usually once a month or so, you know.
All right. Much love.
Have a good one, Georgie. Thanks for coming.
Everybody, and to yourself and others, people. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. George Zaharoff. That was an ad playing on YouTube. So I would strongly encourage you guys heading over to Dedrick's channel. Check out him and Justin. And yeah, that was out of nowhere. I didn't know he was going to do that because he did have one box. So he sold more than half of the box he had because the box had 27 bottles in it. He just sold 15 of them. I didn't see that coming. So congrats to all 15 of you that grabbed it. I genuinely hope you enjoy it. Just know it's very well macerated. We're talking like 3 years plus. Very well macerated. I have no qualms with saying when it comes to office safe, unique iris, it's a freaking masterpiece. I don't care who disagrees with me. It's my opinion. It's my creation. Of course, I'm fucking proud of it. But shout outs to Claude Deere for bringing my vision to life on that. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the love and support you show this channel, me, and of course, George and the brand Zaharoff. I'm very privileged, very thankful, very honored for his friendship and being privy to the business side of Zaharoff. I'm very fortunate he affords me this, and it's because he respects and appreciates my opinion and my thoughts, which I don't take lightly, just like I take that you guys value my opinion as serious as I possibly can. I hold that in very high regard. I do the same thing when it comes to George and Zaharoff, and I just appreciate you guys very much. So definitely head on over to Dedrick Hicks Jr. and check out him and Justin. I'm sure it's going to be a great conversation. I'll be lurking and watching while because I'm going to be heading out to do my cardio in a little bit. Thank you all for being here. Like this stream for you. Check out today's summer video. It is the definitive all budget summer list for this year. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a great day.